Hi, welcome to If Random Was a Person. I'm Random, and you're about to hear the following. I don't know if this airs first or airs last, but just like the episode or the upcoming episode of Nicknames, this will be a short one. I'll begin. There was a time in the world when written agreements were as long as the pencil you wrote it in. Believe it or not, it was that long. But now we have things like contracts, terms and agreements, and anything as long as 5 pages to put safeguards between two given parties and their interests. Schools have this subject called oblicon, which is obligations and contracts, which prove that point. If contracts and agreements in the real world are set in that way, then why can't it be the same for websites and services when you make accounts? It's so long. Do you see how long it is? It takes, 15 scrolls on my mouse. Why? How come I need to hire a lawyer just to know the limits of my streaming account? When I was hired, it was 3 pages. Although, wait, disclaimer. Random is actually employed. He's not some unemployed guy sitting in his mom's basement. It was 3 pages. Versus when I had to make an account, I recall it was 5 to 10. Just to define terms. Just why? Why do I need to call my aunt who's a lawyer just so I could figure out what these terms mean? And how come this agreement puts my proverbial throat against these providers? Why? It doesn't protect me, it protects them. I get it that they allow me to access services and all of that. But man, not everyone has literacy. And I get it. I'm not saying I'm illiterate, but I don't have time to read through 10 pages to know what are my statutes of limitations owning an account. And I won't name drop. I just have to know why. Just why. Although I get it. Some pages, some websites, some services put their terms and conditions in a hyperlink, but it's still long. Can't you just down it to 1 page? Because not everyone on the internet is literate. And I'm not calling this out that the internet is dumb. It's just that it's more accessible than books nowadays. Why don't people make it simpler? You don't need to put, this state puts up 15 definitions of what you and your statute of limitations are. I get it. You have to be as legal as you have to cover all bases. You have to be as legally grounded as much as you can, but can't you make it simpler for the internet? Like you could make a shorter version. Just like Twitter has tweets and there's such thing as an app called long tweet. Thanks for putting up with me. Follow this podcast wherever you're listening to it and subscribe to Spacefellow Media at spacefellow.ph. Hey, you awake? Hey, podcast is over. You can turn off your phone now. Podcast is over. You can turn off.
If Random Was a Person is a Spacefellow Media original. You can check out the video from this podcast on our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/@SpaceFellowMedia. See you there!